In this video, we'll talk about range. So first, we need to understand there are two types of data. Okay, the first is ungrouped data. Okay, and then the second is we need to group the data, okay, like what you saw in the video before. Okay, so here we first talk about ungrouped data. For ungrouped data, it is very simple. We just need to remember among the data, or you just find the largest datum and then minus the smallest datum. I'll just give you an example. For example, if we get a few numbers, if we get these 7 numbers, then first of all, which is the largest? It's 11, right? Then which is the smallest? It's -3, right? And you can just simply get the answer. Range is 11 minus -3, and then you get 14. Okay, in this situation. Let's go to one example. Okay, in the textbook, example 9.1. Here, the following shows the prices of 2 brands of watches in a shop. Then each brand there are 5 prices. So first, okay, part A, we need to find the range of prices of each of the 2 brands. Then okay, we first to state we are finding brand A. For brand A, okay, which is the largest? This one, right? And then the smallest is 2,500. Then we can get the range equals to 7,800 minus 2,500. Then we get this one. Don't forget the unit. There is still the unit there. So now we try to find brand B. Look at the range. Similarly, you get the largest is 5,900. The smallest is 2,200. So you get the range is 3,700. So finish these 2 parts. And now part B, which brand has more dispersed price? Then here you need to remember, you should understand what is dispersed. The dispersed means the distribution are that means the distance between the data is larger. Okay, if it is more dispersed, then we simply compare the range. Okay, the one with larger range, okay, it will has a larger, or we call more dispersed. Okay, so here you can just simply write, because the range of A is greater than the range of B. Okay, so because this is more largest, okay, right? So A, okay, brand A is more dispersed. Okay, so simply say that every time we just simply compare the range. Okay, you get the larger one, it will be more dispersed. Okay, so now we go to some grouped data case. Okay, for grouped data, instead of individual data, you have a group. Okay, so let's see how it works. Now, in this example, it shows 25 football team members, the weight of them. Then 4 of them fall into 41 to 50 kg, and then 9 of them fall into 51 to 60 kg, and then okay, these 2. So the sum of these 2 will be, okay, the sum of these 2 is 25. Okay, that means there are 25 members. Okay, then what is the smallest data, okay, First, we look at this 4. 4 of them lie in this one. Then we need to, you remember what is class boundary. Then this is, if for 41 to 50 kg, they need to extend it, okay, into 40.5 to 50.5 kg. So this is the class boundary. So if we look at the smallest one, then we will pick 40.5 instead of 41. And this 40.5, okay, is what we call the lower class boundary of the first class interval. Okay, in this situation is 40.5 kg. Then what is the upper class boundary of the last class interval? That means we are going to find the maximum. Okay, so we look at this one. Then the class boundary, okay, 71 of 80 kg, then we'll go to 70.5 to 80.5 kg. So the maximum is 80.5. Okay, so here the range goes to 80.5 kg minus 40.5 kg, which is 40 kg. Got it? Let's see one more example. Here, we have 2 histograms. You remember histograms? It is this bar, okay, are already the class boundary. It is, okay, construct by, okay, class boundary. Then we can simply look at this, the first one. So what's the first one? The class mark is 42.5, right? And the class mark of the second one is 46.5. Then what is the distance between these two? It's 4, right? So for each, it will be 2. Then if this is 2, okay, this is also 2. So can you find what is the class, okay, boundary of the first bar? Okay, it will be 42.5 minus 2, which is 40.5, and then 2, 44.5. Okay, it means for group A, the smallest one is 40.5. It means here is 40.5. Okay, then what is here? The largest one is 56.5, right? So we can find the range of brand A first. So for us, not group A this time, for group A, range will be 56.5 minus 40.5, which is 16 cm this time. Okay, I mix up with the last example. And then for group B, we are doing the same. Again, we see this at 4 cm, right? So we minus 2. Here is, so we get 36.5. And here is 60.5. So for group B, range is 60.5 minus 36.5, which is 24. Okay, it means group B is more dispersed this time. So we look at part B. Be careful, part B, now the question is different. More uniform. More uniform means less dispersed, but not more dispersed. Okay, it means it is asking you which group has less dispersed length. So you just simply answer in the same way, because the range of A is smaller than range of B. So it means range A is less dispersed. So A is more uniform. So group A, babies, has more uniform lengths. Got it? It's time for you to do some quick practice. See you.